Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. This is going to be episode 29 of the Beginner's Guide 2023 series, and in the last episode we did a couple of purges in order to get this gentleman standing behind me, the Barkeep. So it's only fair that in this episode we build him a bar. So we're going to have a little bit of a building episode this time, and we're going to build him a little tavern, and we're going to try and check out the new tavern system. But before we do that, one thing I want to show you is we saw the last time that he is a performer. As you can see, I have actually leveled him up. If I get him to follow me, let me show you in his inventory. I've given him Drunker's Blade. That seemed an appropriate legendary weapon to give him. 60 damage, 9 armor pen. But if we go over here and get out of the range of the zombies and tell him to attack that one, he draws out his weapon and he just kind of stands there. He'll follow it about, but he never actually attacks it. So although you can set them up with armor and weapons and get them to follow you and you can level them up, they don't actually fight for you, so they're not like a normal performer at all. But so let me see, if I look at him now, he has 1364 XP. If I take that out, and then look at them again, no, wrong button, that one, 25, so his XP has gone up, so you can level him up, but he has 0% chance to grow anything, so he won't actually level up in any stat. So yeah, he's not going to be a fighter at all. He is purely, like he says to you when you talk to him, he's purely here to run your bar for you. So let's stand him guard over here, and I'm just going to use this space here as my tavern area. I'm going to go in as before. I'm going to go into creative mode to build it. Save me having to go and collect all the materials all over again to build this. So you can build your tavern in any material you like, and in fact the important part of it is this here, the tavern. And it used to be in the test live you spoke to the barkeeper to learn that.
I owe you much.
He doesn't, that middle option isn't there anymore. It's just in your knowledge as normal. So you can learn that, and it's crafted with the hammer. So you could just use that bar, but we're going to build him a little building to put that tavern bar into. You can build it out of any materials you like, and up until now I've used only base game materials. This is like tier 2 stone brick, but the kind of taverns, they kind of look better if you use either the Numidian set from People of the Dragon, or the current, where is it, in the bazaar, there's this Aesir set, this kind of Viking set, and it's very much the sort of theme of the chapter, and a lot of the stuff that's in the battle pass is Aesir themed as well. So I'm actually going to build it out of Aesir. You can follow along and build it out of anything you like, even tier 1, it doesn't matter, but we're just going to do it out of Aesir for this set. Right, so I'm going to use this building here as a sort of something else to show you. If you are using Aesir, let me bring up, so if you see where the arrow is pointing away from me, that edge is pretty plain, but the side edge has got the kind of Celtic knotwork etched into it. So plain edge, Celtic, plain edge, but both with a cross on it. So I'm going to want the Celtic knotwork edge to be facing forward, so that means the arrow has got to be going side to side. So it's just a thing that these particular foundations have got an actual pattern on the side, so a side like that. So I'm going to put one like that just to make a space, and then the actual base is going to be a 6 by 7, or 7 along this way, 6 back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might have to chop that tree down because it might protrude through the wall. One more. And doing it with the arrow pointing to the side, it just means that if I look along the front, we've got the nice Celtic knotwork along the front, just from an aesthetic point of view. Right, let me just go fill all this in. Okay, right, so next I want to make some little alcoves to the either side. This will be the front of the bar, and we're going to have a side there and a side here. So if I come 3 in, and just do that, little alcove. These don't have a direction, and they've got the Celtic on all sides. They've got that nice little pattern on the top that means it doesn't matter which way around you put them. Okay, right, so one thing that's kind of, it's not quite unique because it's the second set that's available, the Terrania set as well, have curved walls. So you can see, so obviously the other basic sets don't have curved walls, so you just have to do a normal corner. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the corners, if I can get it, there we go. I'm going to put these curved walls, just to give it a little bit more interesting inside. If I can get that one to snap, there we go. And another cool thing is there are 2 walls. This wall here with the straight paneling, and this one with the kind of cross hatch type paneling. I'm going to use this one because I think it just looks better. So let's just go around and place these. We'll put 2 in here, and then I will leave a space for a door, and then I'll put another 2. There we go, and then straight across the back wall. Oh. Right, and then we're going to use this door. There is a normal door frame, this one here. No, that one there, which is 1 wall high, but this one is 2 walls high and has this little interesting section on it. So if we come out, you can see that up there. So we're going to use that. That's another unique piece. 2 doors high. Right, now I'm going to go around and I will put the second floor on. Okay. Okay. Right. Oh, it's night time. Let me just hold off until it becomes daylight. Okay, the sun's coming up now. Right, so we've got the second sort of level on there. So now we just need to turn these little bits into alcoves, and I'm going to do that using these wedge roof slots. So we'll bring them in like that. And then we'll need these inverted sloping walls. So there's one there. Let's put one over here too. Now I need the right hand one, which is that one there. So we can go in there and there. Copy that. Pieces like that. Okay. Right, and then just to make a slightly more interesting roof, we'll do the opposite. So the left wall up above it. And then the right one. Like that. And like that. Right. The problem with the curved walls is there's a curved flat ceiling like that. So if I place that on there, it curves around one side, but then it gives you the 90-degree angles. But there isn't actually any sort of sloping roof that uses the curved. These are the roof pieces here. You can see none of them are curved. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a normal corner on it. Like that. And you can see outside that it kind of just leaves a little overhang, which, it looks okay. I'm okay with that. Right, let me see. So now we can go back inside. We can fill in these corners. Let's have a normal sloped wall here and here and here and here. And then we have the inverted wedges, which is this one here, which just fills that corner in and leaves that point. And then we'll do the same here with these walls there. Okay, right. What we do next is we want to have on the front here. Let's have a look. Oh! The zombies are taking on and the barkeep is watching. What will we do here? What I want to actually do is change. There is this nice wall piece here that's got a little window in it. So I actually want to put them up there. Actually, I'll swap that one out as well, so you've got that triangles going on there. All looks quite nice. Right, let me just fly up here so we can have a look. What are we going to do on the inside? I think we'll probably put the same walls in, but maybe not. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And cut. Right. Let's see. I think we'll increase this out a bit further. Let's take one of these walls like that. And then we want the inverted roof pieces again. Snip in. Yep. Right, and then up at the top, this sort of, I don't know, roof cap, wall cap, is this piece here. Outside. So, kind of very Viking look with the cross on it there. And I want to do it across, do the same kind of thing right across. Let's start with this. So it's only got to get part of the way across before it runs out of stability. Should I just put cap like that there? Or should I do it? Yeah, that. No, actually I want to do it, kind of mirror it across. So let's take that one out. Let's put a window in there with a roof cap on the top. And then we'll put the inverted. Yep. Other side. Like that. And that one. Like that. Copy that piece. There we go. Now it'll go right across. And then I'm just going to fill in the rest of it with normal ceiling pieces. Okay, so that's kind of the sort of outside of the tavern done now. But just to make the front a little bit more interesting, let's bring in 3? No, let's do 4. 4 pieces like that. And then what we can do is use these support frames to get one on the side there. Oh, that's back to front. Like that. And then I can copy this. And that'll go along the front like that. And then we'll just put little caps on the front. Just to have the same image as up the top. And then we'll just finish it off with some stairs. There is only plain stairs, there isn't any stairs with the railings. I'll just put the stairs in the 3 in the middle. And then finally, the last piece is the door. Right, so there is our tavern. Or the basics of the tavern. In fact, no, I'm not quite. I'll show you something else that's got something to do with... Let's go inside. So, there are a pillar like this. If I place this pillar, you can see it's kind of like 4 separate pieces all together, but it snaps in the middle. They also have a quarter pillar. And the quarter pillar goes right on the corner of the basic pieces there. And when you knock them all together, it does give you the exact same pillar. But instead of being in the middle of a floor or ceiling piece, it's on the corner. And you don't have to use them all, but if you do, like that, we've got these awesome vaulted ceiling corners. So, getting them to snap is pretty difficult. I think we actually have to remove these ceiling pieces first. Oh, that snapped in the wrong place. So did that. Ooh. It's glitching all over the place. I get up through the roof and try and do it straight down. There we go. So we can place them like that, and then we can put our ceilings back on. Like so. And then when we go in, we have these wonderful dragon pieces that go up and hold up the roof. Right, so I'm going to take away that. I'm now going to do exactly the same over on the other side. Okay, there we go. Right, let's come out of creative mode now, because I now actually, so that tree is just slightly poking through the wall. So I will have to, let's go just chop that tree down. There we go. Right, so now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the... Oh, sorry. Let's quickly go back into creative mode. I've got one more thing to do. I'm going to use these quarter pillars because these supports are kind of floating above the foundations there. So I'm just going to use the quarter pillars just to fill in. Just not quite the whole thing, but just the little corners. Just got to fill in to give a little bit of support to these posts. Like that. There we go. So now it looks a bit more like they're actually got some real support underneath them. And there we go. That is the shell of the tavern built. So I want to actually build the tavern bar using legitimate pieces just in case it causes... We saw in the test live that spawning things in caused a little bit of an issue of making things work properly. So I just want to build the tavern bar legitimately. So let's exit creative mode again. Go to here and then countertops and bars. There it is there. So it needs 80 wood, which I've got from chopping that tree down, and it needs 10 iron reinforcements. Okay. So iron reinforcements we can have. And I'll give you that and get you to turn that into wood while I'm outside. Nope, wrong way. Keep going the wrong way to the wrong stairs. Right, in we go. There is the tavern bar. So let's place it up against the wall. And there we go. So we can sit on these seats. And you'll get a little animation of you ordering a drink, and then you'll have a little animation of you taking a drink out the tankard. You can also place your thralls in those seats as well. But most importantly, we can take the barkeep. The door's shut. Come on. You can come in. You run the bar. In you come. Oh, there he goes. Right, so if we place him,
I owe you much, but
you can see these green ghost images appear. So you can place them on the seats at the bar, and he can become a patron of the bar. But more importantly, there is this slot here that you can slot him in to be the barkeeper. Now, going forward, what Funcom have said is that they want things to be more like interactive with the world and not like an inventory item. So going forward, your crafter thralls will have the same thing. So the workbenches will have a ghost image that you can take your blacksmith or your armor or whatever and slot them in that way. But that means that because you can actually move them and place them in the world, you can still access their inventory and change their armor. And make them look like what you want them to look like. So if I put him behind the bar just now, the very first item from the battle pass this chapter is a veneer barkeep outfit, which you can see there on my character, the female character. So we're going to craft a set of that. Barkeep, so I think it just needs leather and twine for all. It doesn't need paddings, it's just leather and twine. So let's run down and grab a set of that. Of course, you can put them in any outfit you like. There is also, if we go in here, I think it's the Derketo set. There is an innkeeper vestment outfit. And that just needs silk and twine for that. So that's another option, but you can literally put it in anything you like. Right, let's grab some leather and some twine. And in your own inventory, let's go craft up a set of this. There we go. Right, let's throw this back in here. And go and speak to our barkeep. Can I access the inventory? No. Can't access the inventory while he's there, so I have to drop him off the bar. And then we can deck him out in that full set. There we go. Well, not sure it's my favourite set, but it'll do for now. Right, let's stick him back on the bar. Right, what should happen now that we have a tavern bar with a barkeep on it, and we have seats that are available, we've got 4 seats. NPCs should just start generating and walking into the bar and sitting down in the seats. And then once they sit down in the seats, some of them are just literally decoration you can't do anything with, but other ones you'll be able to interact with and possibly hire them as one of your own friends or employees. So we just have to wait for that to happen, but one of the other things you can do with the barkeeper is if you speak to him, you can talk to him and he'll tell you all his story. You can trade, and that means there's lots of food and drink that you can buy from him. Hearty feast, bread, ale, wine, purified water, which is only 1 gold each, which is quite good. And then, of course, the other thing you can do is enlist contracts. So this will be expanded upon on later chapters and later ages, but right now the only sort of unique NPC we've rescued from the Purge is Iskar the Sellsword. So if you remember previously, when he is released from the cage, you can interact with him and you can buy a whole pile of things that will help you complete the Purge. He'll sell explosive arrows, traps. He'll also give you a banner to give you mercenaries that'll help fight for you. He'll also sell you the battering ram for knocking down the doors on the PvE raid. So he'll sell you a bunch of stuff, but instead of having to go and run a bunch of purges and wait for him to randomly appear, we now have the option to bring him to our bar. It is 1,000 gold coins, so, but with the current age, getting gold is not such a big issue, but we'll be able to buy him, and he'll come and he'll spend 24 hours in our bar, and then we can interact with him at any time and get the stuff we want from him. Over the few ages, Funcom are saying that there'll be other people that'll come and into your bar, and then we'll be able to interact with them, potentially giving us missions to do and other stuff that as yet has been undisclosed, but that's where we'll get them. We'll be able to speak to the barkeep and bring them, speak to his contacts, hire his contacts. Okay, right. We now just need to wait for people to appear. Let's have a look. Anybody outside? Nobody's outside. Right, so I'm going to cut here. I'm going to go and I'm going to start decorating the bar just to make it look a bit better. And I'll bring you back once we've got some people that have actually come and been patrons of the bar. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so welcome back. Quite a lot of time has passed trying to get the patrons to wander in, but if I show you now, we've done a little bit of decoration. I've just stuck some barrels outside on the decking out here, and we've got a little bit of decoration around the walls with some weapons up, some curtains and some lightings and stuff like that. Right, as you can see, there are a few people now in the bar. This is Thugrat, and this is the Cannibal Brute. If I can get her nameplate to come up. There we go. So I just brought them up here, and you can get them to sit in the chairs. But this person here has come and sat next to them, but has no like nameplate above them. And these three are all the same, no nameplate, so you can't interact with any of them. The first person to come was a female archer who came and sat in this chair, but she has now left the premises. This one, no bar, no. But this guy over here comes up and says he's a Cimmerian Fighter 3, and when you press E to talk to him, you have the option to hire him for 100 gold coins. Or say goodbye. So if we had 100 gold coins, we could spend that, and we could have this Cimmerian Fighter 3 as one of our followers. So he's the first one to come into the bar that's actually interactable, and you can hire them. The rest of them have just come in, and they're just patrons. They're just people. They're just sitting about. I got Luba the Luscious from downstairs. She's now dancing in the bar as well. But yeah, that's the basic principle of the tavern. You get your tavern keeper, you build him a tavern bar to interact with, and he works on that station, and then these random characters will come into your bar, as long as they have a seat to sit in. They need, so obviously you get 4 seats as part of the bar, and I've set up a whole bunch more seats, so random people will just wander by, and be nice to see one actually wandering up, but wasn't to be. But yeah, they've all come in so far. They'll stay here for a while and then they'll disappear. So that's our first one that we could buy, and the cost of them is based on the level. So 100 gold coins for a Fighter 3. I think it's 50 for a Fighter 2 and 10 for a Fighter 1. But 100 gold coins for a Fighter 3 is not bad at all. So there you go. That is the tavern system in a nutshell. And we've built a basic tavern, and we've set it up, and we're starting to get people to turn up now. Cool. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.